Good afternoon, viewers. My name is Snooze, and this is my new channel. It's kind of like a personal project. Feel free to subscribe. Um, I wanted to talk about, you know, people like myself that has made the journey to travel across the globe to, the United States, be it the UK, wherever you are right now as an African person. I wanted to kind of create this to, talk about ourselves, how we can improve, and also for other people that are trying to, you know, go abroad as well, or to, go to the next level in their life for sure. Um, the topic I would have to like discuss today is five things you should not do before traveling abroad. So, number one thing I have on my list is do not fall into fallacy. What do I mean by fallacy? I kind of see that a lot of people, coming out of Africa, be it Nigeria, Ghana, Ivory Coast, a lot of people, think that, wherever they've decided that they wanted to go to, be it Malta, the UK, the US, they feel like there is some sort of milk and honey there, whereby as soon as they travel out there, they would start making so much money that they will be building houses or building a business, or like they will be super rich already. And this is a fallacy because this is not how it is. And I remember vividly when I was about to travel to the United States, I was telling people that, in 2 years or 3 years, I was going to return back to Nigeria, and I would literally be so rich, and I would be, doing so many things that, it's going to like, get me to the next level in life. And, this is actually a lie, because if we do not actually even have the idea of where we're actually going to, how do we even know that it's going to be that easy in the first place? So the challenges that are in these countries that you have to actually like, get past before you can even start making any good money, of course, from work, legal work, of course, in these countries. So another thing is, do not count on friends. A lot of people count on friends that when they get to these countries, they are going to, have housing, they're going to be fed, and they can actually find time to either go to school or, work. And this is not, the reality. When you, go abroad, the friends that you're going to live with, they have jobs, they have families, they have bills they have to pay. And a month, 2 months, 3 months, they're already getting tired because you're not a child. They cannot sustain feeding you, they cannot sustain clothing you, they cannot sustain keeping you in their houses. And that's why you find many of brothers and sisters having to be on the streets, because they did not do the appropriate findings. They did not like get enough financial power before they relocated to that country in the first place. So another thing I would like to talk about is, for us to not forget our identity. I realize a lot of people go to the United States, especially, and they start behaving like the people there. They start talking like the people there because they want to blend in easily. But as an African person, you should always remember that when folks see you in the US, they do not miss it. They know you're African, and literally some of them would even tell you to go back home. And so they don't forget your identity. They know who you are. So you, as an African person, should not forget where you're from. You should always remember that you are from a certain land, and that it's a great land, of course. And the fourth thing I have on my list is, do not believe that money is easily made abroad. A lot of people think that you can easily come to the United States and gather a lot of funds, and that's not it. You have to travel there. If you're coming for school, you have to go to school, and many countries would only give you a certain amount of hours to kind of work, and you have to do that, because anything other than that would mean that you've actually gone there illegally. So and you can actually be sent back. So you need to kind of find a work balance. If you're working in the school premises, you have to kind of find how you're going to stabilize your time for sure. Another thing is, do not forget your homeland. A lot of people are in serious situations whereby they've been in, the United States, the UK for a very long time, and things are not working out. They feel like, you know, you know, life is a little bit more difficult. They're even having mental struggles. Some of them are going through physical abuse, and many people find themselves in a situation whereby it's a lose-lose thing in their mind that, oh, I'm already losing here abroad. If I were to return back to Nigeria, if I were to return back to Ghana, people would see me as a failure. My mother would not be proud. My friends would look at me as a disappointment, and they just feel like I prefer to die here than even return back home. I'm reaching out to these people that, a home is a place where you're always welcome, where you're always going to be loved. Your mother, your father would always love you, and knowing how African homes, are with our parents, being very disciplined, in terms of like their kids, I would always reach out to these people that, you should reach out to therapists, you should reach out to friends, family. You shouldn't have the mentality that you have to die here because things are not working out. You can always, find another life somewhere else. Even if it's not in your home country in Africa, you can always choose another African country to go to. Always know that you can always go back, and you can always start your life over again. The same way you feel like you can start your life abroad, you can always go back to start your life again. You've gotten enough knowledge from wherever you've actually been. You could have gotten a skill that you can actually utilize back in Africa. So there's so many things that you would have gained in that time you've spent in that foreign country, that you could actually even many times be better off going back and starting up a business back home than actually being here, working forever and literally having to pay like 70%, 80% of your bills are already coming out from your paycheck. So that's the 5 things I would like to share to a lot of Africans that are thinking that they want to travel abroad. They want to make a life for themselves. You can always do that, and it's a huge economy for sure, definitely in the United States, and there's always a place for more workers, more labor. But I would want to share that there's a community for people like us, and we should always reach out to that community so we can learn more and we can actually improve ourselves both in the diaspora and of course in our home countries. So that's what I wanted to share. Feel free to subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a good day.